Alright, hi guys and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about weighted grades. Okay, and weighted grades are a huge thing that pop up in our courses here at North Star. Weighted grades are just basically each category of grades, quizzes, tests, quick checks, participation, portfolios. They count as a percentage towards your final grade. So what I've set up here is a weighted grades table, and this just explains the math behind what's going on. So you can actually use this and your own math skills to be able to figure out what grade you need to get on that final ticket or that final test to get a or B, whatever you're aiming for. Okay, so I've named the categories. So this is going to be the name of each category. This is going to be points earned, points possible. This is going to be the percentage. Let me move it over a little bit. There we go. This is going to be the grade points it counts towards you, and I'll explain this one in a second. And then this is going to be grade points earned. So let me fill out some of the table with some of the typical categories that we have and some of the other stuff, and then we'll go forward. Alright, so as you can see here, I've filled out the categories. We have the names of each category here. These are sample items of what's usually with it. Usually my math course is the only one that has sample work, but you know, that's beside the point. Okay, and then right here is the weighted grades. So for example, this 5 represents, the quick check represents 5% of your grade. 20% is quiz, 30% is test, 25% is portfolio, 5% is participation, 10% of your grade is discussion, and 5% is sample work. Now if you add these up, these should always add up to 100. Okay, so when you finish up your categories, they should be 100% of everything. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be calculating these to find out what the average grade is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill out these hypothetical categories. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. I'm just going to pose hypothetical numbers in there, and then we'll just go forward from that, and I'll explain it. Okay, so here's all the numbers in here. So quick check, they earned 158 out of 175. Which translates to 0.902. Now for that one right there, what I did was I divided the 158 by the 175 and got this number. Now I'm going to leave it in decimal form. Technically this is 90.2%. So they got like an A on their quick checks and stuff. Okay. Now the next bunch of sections, we've got quizzes, tests, they both come in around 70%. Portfolios, participations, discussions and sample works are around in the A to B range and stuff. So remember, once again, to find this category right here, you're going to take the points earned and divide it by the points possible. Okay, and that will equal your percentage. So there's a quick calculation category for you. Okay, now to get grade points, all right, now the grade points are already given to us, so we need to get grade points earned. So what we are going to do for this category is we're going to take the grade points earned and we're going to multiply it by the percentage to get the grade points earned. Okay, so in other words, I'm going to do these calculations and stuff, but for example, I'm going to go 5 times 0.902, and yes, every decimal place does matter because the more decimal places you have, the better off your grade's going to be. Okay, so it's going to be 4.51. So I'm going to do those calculations real fast, and they'll pop up really fast so that you can see them and just see how weighted grades work. Okay. All right, so I've calculated everything. So a 0.902 for quick checks on when it's a 5% of the grade becomes a 4.5 on the grade points earned. Okay, and 14 here, 20 times 0.7, 30 times 0.703 is 21.09. Okay, this is obviously a lot better than just a 21, so that's why we have the decimal right there. And as you can see, each one just coming down just looks as good as it does. Now, separately, these all look like big fat F's, but if we add them all up, guess what? We actually, here, let me move this up here. We actually have our total. So I'm going to calculate that real fast. All right. Now, what we do is we get the final grade of 79.96. Now, our system here at North Star, the system automatically rounds it up. So this one would quickly, so whatever numbers you see are pretty much, they're already rounded up or down accordingly and stuff. And so this one would be definitely rounded up to an 80%. okay, which would be a B. So this person earned a B. Even though they didn't do so hot on their quizzes or tests, they definitely did well on the others. Okay, so last stop. Weighted grades are hugely important. They take in each category how much it's weighted. For example, in this circumstance, quizzes and tests and portfolios are the big ones because they are worth the most grade points. Okay. Yes, you can excel at quick check and sample work and participation, but because they're only worth 5 points each, they're not as important to your overall grade. They do help. I mean, these percentages definitely did help get up to the 0.96, but honestly, it's not that, it's really minuscule when it comes to it. Okay, now if this had been a, let's say, a 79.49 or less, okay, now that would be, the system goes ahead and we tell it to round down. So this we rounded down to 79%, which would be C. So when you see your grades here at North Star, you're going to see the grade that has been rounded. So please make sure you don't ask us to round it because it's already been done behind the scenes, okay? All right, and that's it for weighted grades. I'll talk to you later.